Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the. Have you been trying to travel to the United Kingdom, USA, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and maybe those big countries, and you are having difficulties in traveling to those countries? I understand that many of us want to migrate to those countries because they are English-speaking nations, which is quite understandable and is very difficult. Why wasting your time in this country? Why don't you consider relocating to some European nations, some countries in Europe that also speak English, like these countries I mentioned, and their tuition fee and living expensive and proof of funds it's not big like the ones I just mentioned. You can consider Malta. Malta is a very nice country there, and Malta, they also speak English. The official language there is English. You can move to Malta with just little money. Though it's a tiny island, but they speak English, and from there you can start your pathway into European nations. I can still recommend Netherlands for you, although Netherlands is not just an English-speaking country, but like 90% of people that reside in Netherlands, they speak English there. If you go to Netherlands and you speak English, I believe everybody will understand there. Like almost everybody will understand. You can migrate to Netherlands and start from there. I don't see any reason wasting your time trying to access this big nation, applying and get rejection. It would be nice. If you are having difficulties in going to all these big countries, try these two countries I have suggested to you. They are still very good and nice there. And if maybe you have the means, you can even relocate to other countries, smaller countries. There's no need wasting your time in those big countries when you can actually go to Portugal. You can go to Austria. You can go to Denmark. You can go to Netherlands. You can go to Malta. You can go to Italy, Spain, and so on, Lithuania, Slovakia, Czech Republic, and so on. Though these countries I just mentioned, they may not be English-speaking nations, but they have high visa approval rates. What I have come to understand is that the US, UK, Canada, Australia, their process are very tedious and very expensive and very hard to get applications these days. Especially when you want to migrate through the study path, it's very difficult. So you target these small countries and migrate there. Your starting point should not be your ending point. You might just use that as your starting point and later migrate out of these places. The end goal is for you to have your resident card, your permanent residency. From there, you can move out. That is why I always say move to the Schengen zone. Because when you move to the Schengen zone, even though if you're in the smaller country in Europe, once you have your permanent residence, you can migrate there. So countries, they give you just 5 years to have your permanent residency. So once you have this permanent residency, you can migrate to your desired country. If you are, for example, you migrate to Romania and you spend 5 or 8 years there, after having your permanent residency, you can migrate from that country to the Germany of your dream, to the Netherlands of your dream. So I see no reason why you spend more time trying to have access to this big nation where there are other small nations you can access to. And also, most of these countries I just mentioned, they allow for family unification. Example, Portugal allow you to bring your family. Austria allow you to bring your family. Germany allow for family unification. Netherlands allow for family unification. But that is after you have come. So many of these countries allow for family unification. So you can go there with your family, live, stay, and everything will be fine. The reason I'm just saying this because I actually know of a friend, I think since 2023, she's a girl. She has been trying to move to Canada. When she first applied, that was when they said they increased the proof of funds, they changed some rules, changed some this. She will apply, she has been moving from Canada, now she entered UK. So for me, these countries, they are very difficult and tedious to apply, especially when you don't have the exact money they're asking for. You can just target these small nations and also have the same thing you're looking for. The only thing I advise you is that before you go to this country, try to start learning their language. If one thing in these countries is that once you have little knowledge about their language, it gives you an upper hand. You must not know everything. Yes, with time, you can get to know everything. But Just know the basics. The way we normally say come, go, bring, that, eat. Just know this basic. Be able to communicate, because you will still see a lot of Africans, a lot of other nationalities there that speak English like you. But just know these basics so that you can apply them in your working process. So for me, I think it will be nice. It will be nice for you, if you want to relocate out of this country, to target out of your country, to target the small countries in Europe. And mind you, these countries also have little money as proof of funds. You also have little money for tuition fee. I always make mention of Portugal because I know Portugal in and out. Portugal, you can pay the installment up to 10 times. 3,000 euros. You can find schools for 3,000 euros to 6,000 euros in Portugal. Austria, you can find schools for 750 for masters in Austria. Although getting an apartment there for legalization is very tedious, it's very hard. So, for me, I just believe that targeting this small country will give you an edge over looking at these big nations. These big nations, yes, I know they are good. I know you want those are your dream country. But why wasting 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years targeting this country when your mates are moving to other small countries and from there they can migrate to their dream country? So think about it.